There's a lot of platforms out there which are very broad-based. So they cover an awful lot of content at quite a superficial level. Felix is very focused on really in-depth finance content. It's much, much deeper than pretty much any platform out there. It's not broad brush. It is for people who are serious about getting a role in literally the top end of finance. Let me tell you how Felix started. So we had huge amounts of e-learning content, and we thought one day we should put it into a database. So we did that first and made it searchable. So you could type in a topic and you could search for a piece of content. Then we evolved that into organizing into playlists. So you'd have strings of videos about one particular topic. And then the next iteration was to structure those playlists into pathways which related to job roles. So it could be in investment banking, asset management, private equity, operations, or technology. Then we put quizzes into the system as well, so you can actually check your knowledge. Then we developed new content that was more case study based and interactive, so you had questions to answer in the content too. Something else you can do is you can create customized pathways now. So we have a reporting engine in the system as well, and that reporting engine tracks how much video content people have watched. And we also have a quiz reporting as well. So you can give them a pathway and then look, have they completed the content and watched it, but also have they done the quizzing and what scores they got too. In the playlist, if we are using PDF or we're using Excel, at the bottom of the video, you can download both the empty file of Excel and the full file and any PDF. So in any video that uses content, you can actually work alongside the video. And there's some really cool examples. So there's something called an interview simulator, which I love. It's just really, really great. You are going to an investment banking interview and you will see two people being just starting an interview, and the interviewer will ask the person a question, and then you get flashed up the kind of answers that you could potentially ask, and you answer them, and then by the end of the video, you kind of get a score to whether you're prepared for an investment banking interview or not. So it's a really, really cool piece of technology where it's kind of interactive and it gives you a real sense of what an interview would be like. The second area is that it contains live content, and that's in two modules. One is the live webinars that we run every week, and we run those at least on a Friday. And the Friday webinar gets repeated 3 times across 3 different time zones. So it picks up Hong Kong, London, and New York, as well as the West Coast of Americas. And you can listen to the recording if you miss it. But those webinars follow the cadence of the year in terms of people development. So during the month of June, intern content. Then during the summer, more entry program content. And then after that, we get into more detailed webinars. So we'll do really interesting topics like things like ChatGPT and how that applies to finance. Also, you can contact instructors. And this isn't just an AI instructor. This is somebody who's lived and breathed finance and has taught hundreds, possibly thousands of people answering your questions. You get some really expert, in-depth answers. The third thing I think that really sets it apart is it's not just a learning tool, it's a business tool. You can actually do your real job using Felix. There's a lot of things that people need in their first year of finance, but actually we wanted to build a tool that people would keep on coming back to. And that's where we started to build our data side of Felix. And the data side of Felix is in 2 main areas. One is information about industries, multiples, discount rates, but then also company tear sheets. So for all public companies in the United States and most of Europe, we have a tear sheet summary about that company, which will include the latest filings, a WACC calculator, a trading comps analysis, consensus estimates, everything that you need to do things like a DCF valuation for a company, analyze their latest non-GAAP earnings. Then we start adding really cool tools. And I think this is one of the really great things about Felix, is some of the tools that we put in place. We have an annotations tool, but the annotations tool does clever things, like you can create an annotation and it will copy the number and the link into Excel. You can also share a whole filing with another person and they can annotate it too, so you can actually collaborate on the annotations. And you can have an annotations dashboard so you can see all your annotations that you have made in any company for all time. So things like this make the tool not just a learning tool, but the ability to apply your learning and use it as something that will support you in your career on an ongoing basis. It's your learning partner and business tool.